This is News 6 Tonight. Hey, welcome to News 6 Tonight. Hopefully you're having an amazing week so far. The cold is starting to ease off of us a little bit.
Calm down. We still have another cold night.
Yeah, we do. We have another cold night on the way, but things are getting a little bit better.
Yeah.
Glad you're with us tonight as we have a conversational look at the news here in the News 6 newsroom. My name's Matt Austin.
And I'm Ginger Gadsden. It has been quite a week, and it's only Tuesday right now, but we survived the weekend as we talked about last night. The good news is there is an end in sight, not to us, but to this cold weather. To the cold weather.
There's an end in sight for all of us.
For all of us. We have an expiration date.
It's not going to be a dark show tonight.
No, but we have a beautiful look outside right now. Do we, DJ?
No,
he's working on it. It's like, here's the thing. It looks so gorgeous. It's been delightful, but it's lying to you. Mm-hmm. Because you step outside, you're like, oh, I just saw the sunset, and it was a beautiful sunset, but the temperature starts to drop like a rock. My yard looks like a graveyard right now because the plants are all dead. It looks like a brush fire went through my yard.
No, I have the saddest tropical plant in my. Yeah, there's a look outside.
Oh,
at
that's
that
beautiful.
Orlando
That's really
camera.
nice.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
I have this plant that just looks like a dead snake now. It used to be big. It was one of those elephant ear looking things.
Oh, that's shriveled.
And that thing went down like a ton of bricks.
Yeah. It's I did a memorial to all of my plants today. I posted it on Instagram because I have a window full of plants here at the office. They're inside. Mm-hmm. They are surviving and thriving, as did my indoor plants. But you can only bring so many inside. And sorry to any of you who lost your favorite plants, but we will replant, we will rebuild, and it's going to be okay. But the good news is there's an end. There's an end to the cold in sight. I hope you check out meteorologist Jonathan Kegas coming up in a little bit at 9:30 tonight, because he will tell you all about the 10-day forecast. His long-range forecast is the best in the business. He's how we knew to get ready for this extreme cold snap.
And it did cause some issues locally, right? There was that big
in Lake
crevasse.
County, but we don't know what caused it. A geologist is going to go out and look at this crater that opened up in Lake County. And this is a road that a lot of people use, but this thing is like 50 feet across, and they're saying it is probably just as deep as it is wide.
Yeah, they think 50 feet wide.
Yeah.
And maybe 90 feet
long.
And
you look at it, and there is no easy fix to that. And we don't know, because Florida is not used to that big fluctuation of temperature. You see that in the Northeast and other cold places a lot, where the pavement cracks or whatever, because it's freezing one day and then it's warm the next day. But this thing is going to take a while to fix, and it's a road that a lot of people use in Lake County.
Yeah, it's called Empire Church Road.
We just saw the sign there.
I did a story on this particular road because the neighbors out there have a hard time with it. It's this small rural road that is getting destroyed because truckers use it all the time. They say something like 1,400 cars use this little pass-through just to try to get around all the traffic in downtown Groveland.
It's popular, and people use it, and those big trucks use it. So imagine now that it is closed like this, where's all that traffic going? It's a big inconvenience for the people there as they take a look at because they can't fix it right now. They got to figure out what caused the infrastructure to collapse. Was it the weather, or was it something else? Is there a burst pipe underneath? Something else they need to look into.
Yeah, we haven't heard exactly what is the reason behind it, but certainly people living out there trying to get to their homes.
What a headache.
Are trying to figure out what to do. And not the best road to begin with, but hopefully they get some fixes out there quickly.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I had a story fall into my lap months ago. I had heard about a text message that a Winter Park football coach, the offensive coordinator there, his name's Kid Hill, had sent to the offensive line, and it was very aggressive, spicy, colorful, not made for television. This is a very difficult story to tell. So I had to confirm that I got the text from high schoolers, and I had to confirm that this text was in fact legit. So I sent it to the district. I said, here's the thing that I'm seeing.
Yeah.
Is this an investigation?
You did a vetting process.
I did a vetting process. A long time goes by. I check in every week. The district finally gets back to me. We are investigating. Okay, so then I wait for the report. I wait longer. Months go by. I finally get the report that that text message, in fact, is confirmed to have come from this coach on this team. And so we did a story on it. And the thing I found interesting about this story is a lot of us have kids who have coaches and they play sports, and we all wonder, what is this coach like when I'm not around? How do they talk to these kids if mom and dad aren't sitting right there in the stands?
Did you get an answer, Matt?
I got an answer. Check out what the Winter Park offensive coordinator sent to the Hogs group chat.
Before their October 24th matchup with crosstown rival Timber Creek, offensive coordinator Kit Hill sent this group text to the 2025 Hogs. That's the offensive line group chat. In it, he briefly writes about strategy aimed at the Timber Creek defense. Then writes, quote, "Side note, I hate going to their hole field. I hate walking through their hole stands and by their hole students, parents, and fans. I hate they make us ride out there to beat their. They should come to us every year so we don't have to go all the way out to that inbred hole dump of a place."
I sent a request to the district, and after months of waiting, they sent me this professional standards file. In it, the district found sufficient evidence to support the allegations. Hill apologizes, saying, quote, "At no point did I intend any disrespect or harm toward Timber Creek High School, its students, faculty, administration, or parents. My comments were meant to encourage our team and maintain the spirit of the rivalry. I deeply regret that my actions have resulted in unintended consequences." The case was closed. Hill received verbal coaching for the text. He's still listed as faculty at Winter Park High School. However, the website no longer shows him as offensive coordinator. So this story has hit the internet, and quite a few people are weighing in on it. Obviously, so there's two factions. You know, you have the Winter Park faction and the Timber Creek faction. And people in Timber Creek are like, why do they talk about us like this? That's not very nice. But also people are weighing in and saying, look, I played football. And this is, when I went to do this story, I played football. I had some coaches that would just say the most hellacious things.
Say it.
To our
Yes.
people and about other people and everything else. Football coaches are notably aggressive, right? But this one wrote it down. And there's this whole question now, like, what is this whole relationship that a coach or a teacher can have with a kid now that it's easy to message on platforms, and how should they talk and the etiquette they should use?
Is that appropriate?
So I thought this story was a good little segue into what is appropriate for the coaches to say to your kids, and then leave it up to the viewers to decide.
Yeah, but you know, it just reminds me of any of these movies you see, and they have soccer parents who are on the sidelines, and sometimes they get a little crazy, right? So
Oh yeah, all the parents, any sport, they get crazy.
You wonder, okay, is this what they expect the coaches at different levels and things to do? And those are the soccer parents are the ones of the young kids too, and I always am surprised by how spicy they are with not even their own kids, you know, calling out whatever. But you know, I think we talked about this earlier. Teachers and coaches have to take courses on bullying and telling other people, okay, this is not cool. And you know, a lot of people would look at that and go like, that's akin to a form of bullying.
Yeah, I mean, he wasn't technically saying it to the people that I guess you would be bullying, but it definitely shows. I don't know. These coaches are a big example for men as they grow up. This is who you look to as a role model, and so people are looking like, okay, what's appropriate and what's not.
Yeah.
I think it's a fair argument to say that you know. A lot of people would see that as a bit much.
A lot of conversation happening around
the coach has
that
apologized,
story today.
and we'll see what happens in the future.
What else do you want? All right, another story we're talking about is a 54-year-old guy who is now the new CEO of the Walt Disney Company, Josh D'Amaro, because Bob Iger is stepping down for the second time. And hopefully he won't have to come back, because he came back the second time.
He's like Tom Brady. This guy just can't retire.
He unretires, right, exactly. And it's a big deal for us here in Central Florida, because Disney is one, we always say it's our largest employer, where it has like 80,000 plus people. And the hopeful part about this is he is familiar with the parks. He comes from...
He's a park guy.
He's a park guy and a cruise guy. And what we have seen from Disney lately, would come from the streaming side, the TV side. They're focusing on everything except the parks, right? But it looks like they're going back to their roots because that's what Disney is known for. And this guy has been with Disney for 28 years. So he has a good, strong track record with the company. But it just remains to be seen, can he make it successful? Because how much more money can Disney really make? I mean, I think they've got all the money. They have all the money.
They are squeezing it out of patrons as much as possible. When you go, and now you have to pay for parking, you have
everything,
to pay for your fast passes, the ticket prices are sky high. And that has all been under his tutelage.
Yeah.
But people around here might say, hey, we need those parks to make as much money as possible because they're such an economic driver for our area.
It really is.
And he has turned it into a behemoth. The things that he is over, he's over the cruises, he's over experiences, theme parks and cruises.
I love that they call them experiences because what does that umbrella is large.
Yes.
It's really
with
large
Disney,
and encapsulates
especially.
a lot.
But Disney had placed a lot of focus on streaming. It looked like that's where all these companies are going to survive. And it seems like with this hire, they're focusing on their bread and butter, which would be these parks.
Well, it remains to be seen what the shareholders think about it because that's really who they have to make happy.
Yeah, and Disney stock hasn't really been catabolic or hyperbolic or anything lately. Been more catatonic, I would say. Disney has committed $60 billion in park investments over the next decade. And it is interesting what we were talking about. Tomorrow beat out Dana Walden, who's the co-chairman of Disney Entertainment. If they were looking to make more investment into those streaming services,
she would have been the person.
I think that would have been the person that they would have gone for.
That's a clear sign of where they are probably going because the parks, they are fun. We got a park guy sitting right over there.
They are. They print that money too.
Yeah, they do.
That's for sure. Okay, let's talk about a crazy standoff. This one's weird. So this was between police and two people who were in a U-Haul truck. Deputies got a call about a U-Haul that was parked under an overpass. So folks called deputies out to say, "Hey, make contact with this thing, see what's going on." As soon as the deputies get there, the driver takes off.
In a U-Haul.
Here's where it happens. I would say bottom 5 of vehicles I'd want to be in a high-speed chase with.
Is it even in a list?
It comes after a school bus and semi-truck.
18-wheeler, a double rig.
But look, some smoke was blowing out of that thing. They finally bring the stop sticks out.
Ooh.
Look, they've got 2 people inside this U-Haul and the canine. And look, it's off A1A, so they run to the beach. What are they going to go swim over to Europe to try to get away from the cops? So I think we have a little bit of natural sound here. I'm going to let you play as they rap.
Good boy, buddy, good boy. Get that girl. Drop what you have in your hand. Drop it now. Drop it now. Stay on the ground. Do it now. Put your hands behind your back. Hands behind your back now.
Ooh, I think that canine's still chewing on a piece of this.
That's a rough takedown you're seeing right there. But my goodness,
they pulled out all sorts of stops. But when they stop in this U-Haul, they get them with the stop sticks, and there's all sorts of things they use to break the glass. They tried to get them out with what they call non-lethal, some sort of tear gas or something to get them out. They finally take off and run. I'll tell you what, dude, you got that dog waiting for me.
Just forget it. Remember the guy who was who tried to hold up the Taco Bell with a rock, and the dog got him, and he was behind the dumpster.
The dog attacked him behind the dumpster.
Exactly.
Pretty much the worst way ever to go.
This is why they want you to get the insurance on the U-Haul, because of people like this.
That's right.
Because normally I'm just going to put my stuff in it, empty it, and then take it back. Probably in the same condition that I got it. It just reminds me of those memes that get away on a Jet2 holiday. Do you know what I'm talking about? Where it's like, anyway, it just shouldn't have happened. Everything ended up fine, not for the people they arrested, but
let me say their names. 48-year-old Mei Ling Ip and 40-year-old Jamie Allen Mays. Miss Ip was seen brushing her teeth while they were in the vehicle and refused to get out, as if the story couldn't get any weirder.
Well, it's a pretty weird one.
The police are after me. This is going to be my moment. I think I'm going to brush my teeth.
I'm going to floss.
Hopefully the canine.
There's going to be a mugshot.
Hopefully they brush the canine's teeth.
All right, we have a lot more coming up. And after the break, we're going to talk about a story. We mentioned yesterday that marijuana likely will not be on the ballot this year. But a lot of you have plenty to say about this. And it's surprising to me because with this many people who say, whoa, 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 what are you talking about? You would think that it would be on the ballot. We'll have a little bit of what you had to say after the break. Hey, welcome back to News 6 Tonight, everyone. We appreciate you guys who are tuning in, and especially when you understand what we're saying. Jose says it is the longest winter in Florida history. I have to agree with him. I have to agree with you because it's still going.
Yeah,
it's still going.
It is, it's been like a week and a half, and so it feels like a really long winter to us.
For Floridians with very thin blood. So Andrew says, I hate the cold. Thank you, Jen.
Jen. Yeah, that's why we live here. Trying
exactly
to avoid
why.
it.
Okay, another reason a lot of people.
What do you think about pot?
Wow.
Let us know in the comments, please.
That is not a smooth segue. This is a story we started talking about yesterday, and a lot of you are still talking about it. We have medical marijuana, and we're good with that, right? But it's recreational marijuana that people have been trying to get on the ballot for a little bit now. And in case you missed it yesterday, Smart and Safe Florida did not get enough validated signatures to cross the threshold of getting it on the amendment. None of the amendments are getting it right now. So look at that. Do you think recreational marijuana should be legal in Florida? 89% of you say yes.
So that's on our website.
I know,
that's like
but
a local
I think our
poll.
website speaks and represents the people.
Do you think?
That's why we call on them.
Look at us slowly getting bigger.
What's happening? Are they, or are you on? More than 500 people commented on this story on just our website. So that lets you know that it has some legs and attention. So I want to say what Christina says, that her husband's vote on the petition was rejected because they couldn't verify his signature on the ballot to his voting signature. And she says they were identical. And Allie says she signed 3 petitions this year and only got a notice to verify her signature on the recreational marijuana initiative. So she thinks something is suspicious in that world.
Well, that's what people are questioning right now. So the Smart Safe Florida, that's the petition gathering services, who was attempting to get this on the ballot, claims they got 1.4 million signatures, so thought they had plenty of margin.
A lot of them got thrown out, man.
But the State Attorney General, Uthmeyer, says that was not enough. They could only validate 783,000, so more than 100,000 short. Really wasn't even close. And as this person puts in marijuana into a baggie, you can see
Pretty sure that's medicinal marijuana.
This is strictly medicinal marijuana that you're seeing in this greenhouse right now.
But here's the thing. We had 22 things that were up to possibly be on the ballot, and all of them, none of them met the threshold for enough signatures because a lot of signatures got thrown out. And we did the story on people saying, like, I didn't sign anything. I don't remember signing anything, yet my signature is on this. So they said they were going to crack down on that, and it seems like they really have.
All right, let's talk a little bit about this whole Artemis 2 deal. So they're trying to send astronauts, actual human beings, up into space, farther than we've ever been to space before.
Actual human beings.
Not just any of these Starlink satellite deals. This is actual humans.
This matters.
And they want to send them around for a trip around the moon,
10
farther
days.
into space than a human's ever been. So now they've been doing what's called a wet dress rehearsal. NASA says didn't go so great.
No.
Not so
Again.
hot. Here's a look out at that thing. It's impressive. This is
huge.
A massive SLS rocket. So what you have is this really big rocket, and you have these tiny little hydrogen molecules that are escaping from that whenever they tend to put fuel in it. This was the same problem they had in Artemis 1 that caused delay after delay after delay.
Listen, and you cannot have that kind of problem when you're talking about lives. On board.
You remember an O-ring?
Oh my gosh.
Remember the damage an O-ring did?
Well, that was the reason for this, with that wet dress rehearsal got canceled over the weekend because the weather was so cold, because they can only test in certain temperatures, and that was below what they were expecting.
And they're using hydrogen. Apparently, from what our space people say, I've flunked chemistry, but from what I understand about hydrogen is it moves. And it's tiny, and it's hard to keep in. So every time they put this thing out, they do a wet dress rehearsal, and then it's like, we couldn't keep the hydrogen in. There's some leak somewhere that we've got to fix. And so, honestly, every time they come out with a timeline on Artemis, I am highly skeptical.
There are serious consequences to something like this not going as planned.
And this team has really never been on time, and they have been way over budget.
I know.
So it doesn't have the best track record.
Well, they're buckling down. They're trying to do what they can because we are going back to the moon. And to show you how serious going back to the moon is, Blue Origin has now decided that they have canceled for the next 2 years all of their space tourism launches. You know,
it seemed like every couple of months they were sending up some billionaire.
But now they are using some billion. Well, we have some people here locally who have gone up a couple of times now. The Hagels, Sharon and Mark Hagel from Winter Park, they've gone up a couple of times. But Blue Origin says we're not doing this. We've had Gayle King, Katy Perry, William Shatner. They've all gone up. Space tourism,
just regular Joes getting to go up there.
And sometimes they call themselves astronauts. I visited a space museum yesterday in Titusville, and they have a whole room on just exploration and the women who've gone up, and they have those women, Gayle King, Katy Perry, blah, blah, blah. And they don't call them astronauts. They call them Carmenauts. They've coined this phrase.
Because they have cars?
No, because they crossed the Kármán line.
Carmenauts. Okay.
So
but
that's
they didn't go
their
through the training that astronauts have to go through. And
they went up, they came down. They're Carmenauts. And that's what Blue...
One time I went to a Dolphins game. I didn't play for the Dolphins.
Now
I'm not an NFL player. All right, well, we're going to take a quick break.
Do you think you just sounded ridiculous just now? Because I do.
Come on. Gayle King's not an astronaut, and neither is Katy Perry.
Well, they didn't say they were.
Don't get me started on this.
Carmenauts.
John Young is an astronaut. That's a little different.
I'm working on a story on him. I'm in love.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. We have somebody else you're going to fall in love with, a good Samaritan with a toolbox. Welcome back to News 6 tonight. A great story to end on here, and you're going to remember it by this mugshot you're about to see. Apparently, this guy is accused of attacking a child at a bus stop randomly. They say he's a transient man. And so this guy driving by sees it, does a U-turn, comes back, jumps out of his truck. Here's my guy here. He is a big fella, and look what he did to the guy he saw attacking this child. He hit him in the face with a toolbox. Well, today, he got honored.
Look, and the guy behind him is the kid he saved. Did you know that?
Oh, that's the kid.
Okay. That's the kid. Yeah.
Look at how proud he
looks.
Look, this is the guy you want coming to save you. Just a big, strong
all
dude.
Day, every day. And he just is like a teddy bear. He's just the sweetest man. But he was not playing around when he saw that guy pull a knife. And at this point, if I remember the video correctly, he still has a knife on him, and I don't know where it is.
Yeah, he's like, I don't know, I don't care. And the guy is talking out of his ear at this point because he got hit in the face so hard.
Well, that guy was honored as a hero. We throw that term around a lot for some things.
Give it to this guy.
Honestly, let's have him have his moment. Thank you, sir. We appreciate you.
Thank you for watching
News 6
Tonight. Have a great one.